Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are today. It's a fantastic day on the west coast of Vancouver, where Essential Software Solutions is based. Essential Software Solutions is a 100% Canadian-owned software reseller and professional consulting firm that has been doing business across Canada for over 40 years. I may affectionately refer to Essential Software Solutions as ESS throughout this presentation, so just be aware that they are the same. My name is Dan Tellup. I've been involved in leading software implementations in the ERP space for over 20 years. For the first 10 years, I was a user of software, much like you folks may be, where I was the operations manager or plant manager, and I used ERP as my weapon of choice to transform those organizations and help them achieve their business objectives. Before I get started, I want to say that much like the presidential debate, I do ask that any questions or applause be held until the end when you can voice your questions. You can also add your question at any point to the chat box in GoToMeeting, and I'll follow up and answer those at the end of the presentation. So before I get started, I thought I would let a few product users speak for us and the product that we're about to show you. Quaker, a window and door manufacturer, talks about how CPQ is driving continued and steady growth year after year. Seneca, a manufacturer of PCs and servers, talk about how their costs have been reduced by eliminating errors, returns, and rework. Hudding, a building products distributor, credits PCM, or CPQ rather, with differentiating themselves in the market by making it easier to do business with them. CPQ helps discrete manufacturers design, market, sell, make, and deliver configurable products. Some industries that we've worked with include industrial equipment, high-tech, specialty vehicles, building products, construction and agricultural equipment, measurement devices, boats and watercraft, and even fashion and apparel. Further expanding the typical definition of CPQ, let's unpack each letter in the acronym and see what we provide. So configure means more than just products. We can include systems of products and services. The P for price is not just to the end consumer, but also to calculate cost, margin, discounts, price adders to drive dynamic pricing models. And quote is not just about generating a document. It also addresses the need to enable self-service quoting across all sales channels with a web-enabled tool that will help the user efficiently manage both simple and complex quoting requirements. And finally, fulfill, not part of the acronym but something we do as part of the package, is automating the quote-to-order conversion process to drive manufacturing requirements to the shop floor while also providing the same exact powerful configuration experience within the ERP to manage change orders. CPQ addresses tough customer challenges with a complete solution. At the center of the solution is the product configurator, which allows you to make it easy to select and quickly configure your products. The product configurator is surrounded by a set of applications which provide advanced capabilities, such as design automation, which enables you to include auto-generated CAD files and drawings as part of your sales and manufacturing process. I'll be demonstrating some of this in a bit. The sales portal, which extends the power of the product configurator to your sales channels, making them self-sufficient and able to offer superior customer experience. And document automation, which enables you to assemble and deliver complete, accurate, personalized proposals in just minutes. All of these capabilities deliver considerable value to your organization. That value is amplified when it's connected to your ERP system. CPQ addresses tough customer challenges like flat or declining sales, increased costs, and brand commoditization. In the context of flat or declining sales that are the result of products that are too hard to sell, reps that aren't productive, or long lead times for introducing new products, we help streamline all of that. We address increasing costs that are driven by order errors, rework, and scrap, and a lot of duplicate efforts by removing it all. And brand commoditization that results from being difficult to work with and or cookie cutter products. We can be far more flexible with the automation of the software. CPQ provides robust capabilities, and I'm going to highlight 5. Easy configuration of complex products, multi-channel quoting and ordering, dynamic images, drawings, and models, compelling proposals, and anytime, anywhere access. Let's talk a little bit more about these 5 features, and then we'll jump right into the software. CPQ makes it easy to select and configure complex products with a powerful and visually appealing experience. This is an example of how a gearbox manufacturer uses a variety of techniques to guide the user to the right product, whether it be through images, radio buttons, or drop-down boxes. It ensures only valid options can be selected and can even be set up to include additional features, options, or accessories to upsell the customer. CPQ provides a manufacturer-branded self-service selling portal to empower all of your sales channels, inside sales, outside sales, regional managers, dealers, distributors, manufacturers reps with the ability to configure, price, quote, and order products. CPQ has powerful visualization capabilities to support the selling and manufacturing experience, whether it's static looks-like images like the bikes, automated real-time rendered images like you see with the boat, or dynamic 2D drawings or assembled 3D CAD models as you see with the door and the pump. These capabilities can be used to provide visual confirmation of what the user has selected in addition to being used downstream in the manufacturing process. CPQ can automatically assemble a variety of documents the user needs to form a complete, accurate proposal. On a case-by-case basis, the user can select whether they want to include things like cover letters, spec sheets, warranty information, terms and conditions, or anything else you include in your proposals. Whether you're working at your desk, on the road, or side by side with a customer, CPQ Sales Portals is accessible anytime, anywhere, on any device. So let's take a look at said sales portal that I've been talking about. Here we go. So we can see that I'm just logged in through a web browser, which again highlights that we can access this from anywhere as long as we have an internet connection. What we're looking at is the CPQ sales portal. This is where a distributor or sales agent would log in to create new quotes and proposals, as well as customer details, project details, status inquiries on in-process orders. But for today's session, we'll be working exclusively in quotes because this is where the value of CPQ is best demonstrated. Here we can see insert for any current or past quotes that we might want to reference or reproduce. But right now, I'm just going to create a new quote. All right, so the first one I'm going to do is a very simple item. What I'm going to do is select from the product catalog. There are several ways to enter. I'm going to show a few. So in this particular case, I'm going to look at components and devices. So if you have a catalog, you can certainly set this up to make it easy to use. And I'm just going to order a simple pressure switch. And I just want one of them for this particular effort. And immediately we're prompted with some questions. So for the pressure switch that I asked for, what switch rating do we want? So whatever it happens to be, we can select it. What is the switch type? What's the thread? Is this a pressure or a temperature switch? At this point, those are all the options that we have to select. If we were to select temperature switch, we can see that the options change based on the model selected. we can see here that the armor length field looks different. This is the first way we can start to enrich the experience of the user with in-context instruction. In this particular case, we're letting the user know that the max is 30 feet on the armor length. So I'm going to put in a value here, but just for now, I'm going to put 40 in here just to see what happens. And it stops me. The system enforces the rules we've defined for this part, preventing any oversight or entry errors or ordering a part that we can't produce. So I'll knock this back to 30, and we now have our product. At any point, we can look at the summary information. So what options did I make? We can look at the detail of the price breakdown, and when we're ready, we can add this line to the quote. Now let's look at a slightly more difficult product or complex product. Let's look at a bicycle. This time, rather than going to the catalog, I'm just going to go to the item drop-down and select the bike. Really different ways to the same end. We can see some quick entry here if we just want to do a quick configuration, but I'm going to hit the configure button because I really want to make this bike personal. So the first thing we can see is that we've got some bike selection information here. And we have a question mark there, which means I can click on that, and it's going to give me information about bicycle frame sizing and the details and information I need to make this choice. I'm going to select a mountain bike frame. We can now choose the color. We can go to the drop-down. We can also click on the View Images and select my color this way. I want a silver bike. And the image dynamically changed as well based on the color selected. So that's where you start to see some of the image enhancement features that reinforce to the user what it is they've chosen. I'm going to select my off-road wheels. The front wheel, what material do I want it made out of? Well, I'm going to make these ones out of titanium. Okay, we're going to continue. We can now select my seat. I like the comfy seat. I want my upright bars, and there are a few other options here that I'll fill in. So I might want the air pump. I might want a bike light as well because I'm going to be riding at night. Immediately when the system sees that I've selected the bike light, I can now fill in the details for that bike light. I want it standard. I want an LED. I want the bike light to match my red bike, and I want it attached to the bike frame. Okay, so I can do a couple other things now. I may want to add a miscellaneous charge item. I can do that, and then it will give me the codes for what I want to add. And continue. And at this point, we have our bike. I can see the image. I can look at my summary of details. If at any point I thought I made a wrong choice here, I can click on that item, and it's going to take me back to the particular feature that I want to change. So I'm going to go to the Echo Challenge wheels in this particular case, and that's good. All right, so now we're ready to continue. And we've added that particular bike to the quote. My third and final configuration model I'm going to use will be the most complex model we've looked at so far, and it's a semi-trailer or a truck trailer. And again, I'm going to configure this. In this demonstration, we're going to see the automated design, which means drawings are going to be rendered in real time for that configured product. So the first thing I'm going to do is select what kind of trailer I want. In this particular case, I'm just going to select the Z-plate. Immediately when I select that option, it's going to now tell me or ask me, what specs do I want? What's the length of the trailer? What's the width of the trailer? So let's just say we want a 48-foot trailer. We want the exterior height to be 10 foot 2. And you'll notice as I change each one of these, the image is changing dynamically with the changes that I make. I'll stick with the swing door. The left and right are okay. The load control, well, there's another question mark. What do I need to know about this? Okay, more detail so I can make an informed decision, which reduces errors or returns. Let's go with the D ring. Okay, so we're now on to construction of the trailer. I may want 16-inch post spacing. I'll take my cross member, and in this particular case, I'm going to select Other. My customer in this scenario may have a very specific requirement for the cross member spacing, and I can look up the available options. In this, I'm going to go 16. Okay. For the interior of the trailer, I may want to select the 1/4-inch plywood, the plastic floor lining, the floor material. Well, again, if I'm not quite sure what's going on there, we've been given a question mark to look and see what the detail of this particular item is. We'll select a threshold material and the kingpin. This is a very important piece of information on a truck, as you can see by the drawing. Excuse me. How far from the nose should this kingpin be? There are only 3 options. So we'll do 36. And again, we can now see the trailer with the kingpin location already set there in this particular drawing, rendered in real time. Just like the other scenarios, we can look at the summary information to see the trailer that we've configured. We can also look at the details. So from a pricing perspective, this is what we have. Okay? I may decide at some point in the future that I want to add a slide door. The customer changed his mind. I can always go back and say, yes, I want to add a slide door. At which point, I can say I want the slide door. It'll go in the standard location. It says the side door installs will be curbside in the exact center of the trailer unless otherwise instructed. Okay, so that's been selected now. When we go back and look at our image, we can see that the door has been added to the drawing. Okay, so I'll go back to my summary, recheck to make sure that it's all there, including the side door kit, which is great. I'm now ready to place this quote. Okay. So remember that I'm approaching this demonstration as if I'm a dealer rep for a manufacturer. This could be configured for inside sales, but not in this particular demonstration. So as a dealer rep, I have the ability to adjust my price. So just to be clear, we've now configured all our products. We're now moving on to the P in CPQ. So I can adjust my price at a line item by line item basis, where we can see that we're getting a 40% discount from the manufacturer. My upcharge might be 25%, and I may want to show a 5% discount and present that to the client to show that we're being competitive. So at a line level, I can go in and adjust my pricing and markups. But as a dealer, I might want to see all of this at the pricing level. So here on the pricing sheet, I can review the overall quote and see exactly where my manufacturer's discount is. What's my typical markup that I'm going to charge my customers, and what's the discount that we want to present on the proposal. Down here we can add other charges, but we don't need to do that today. Let's just go and put a $50 shipping charge on this. Okay, there are several other ways that I can look at this information based on upcharge or discount and markup. I may want to then go and manually do price adjustments on each line. So now I can see that, 320.63 isn't the round number I want it to be, so I might change this to 320. And you can see that the system will do the math and change the fields appropriately. So this allows me to get right to the exact price that I need to get to win the business. Okay? Once I have the pricing correct, we want to generate a proposal that we can give to our customer. Oh, but of course, I do apologize. Just like any system, we're going to need to tell them which customer we want to actually look at. So let me do that one more time. From here, we can now choose the format of this particular proposal. Now this could be pre-selected based on product line or the distributor that's doing the selling, so it can be co-branded materials that are being going out on the proposals. We can also choose which attachments we want to go with this proposal. In this case, I'm going to include everything, and I'll hit continue. Now what's happening here is it's compiling the drawings and the cover page and the details of the quote that we just put together, and it's going to tell us that that we're ready to view the document. Typically this doesn't take quite this long, but in the demo image it just takes a little bit of time. So just bear with us here, it'll come up in just a moment. And finish, and view document, and we can see that we have a beautiful proposal, PDF proposal that is ready to send to the customer, generated and prepared in literally under a minute after the configuration was done. Here's our cover letter. Here's the details of the quote that we produced, the amount, terms and conditions as I had requested, and the warranty information for new equipment. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, this is all well and good, but clearly I'm going to need to hire a team of programmers to input and manage such a flexible, elegant piece of software. We don't have an appetite or budget for that. And on that point, I'll say, au contraire, we actually have a great suite for development, and I'd like to show you that. This is typically a golden rule that is not broken. You don't open the hood in a software demo, but this software is possibly the most beautifully designed interface ever built for this type of application, and it's unlike anything else in the market. You don't need to be a developer to see the logical progression and buildup of the configuration through the graphical interface. So I'm looking at the truck trailer that we just looked at. We can see the starting image, and as we go through the exterior weight limit, the kingpin details, dimensions, and as we flow through the process, the automated drawings, and at the end, we can see the manufacturing output. So this is the design studio. A person that can learn AutoCAD can easily learn CPQ design. All right, so let's just jump back to the slide deck and recap what we saw. CPQ enables you to design, market, sell, make, and deliver your configurable products. It helps you address tough customer challenges like declining sales and brand commoditization. We do it all with a complete solution that provides robust capabilities through an intuitive user interface. All of this drives real value for you by increasing your sales, reducing your costs, and differentiating your brand. Excuse me. CPQ will help you increase your sales because quoting in minutes, not days, drives more quotes for your business. When you consistently cross-sell and upsell, it results in larger orders. Faster new product introductions allow you to grow your market share. And complete personalized proposals win better deals and more deals. CPQ will reduce your costs because you're going to get fewer returns back because of self-service quoting and ordering. You'll have less scrap and rework because you will receive correct manufacturing information the first time. You will be able to eliminate or reallocate headcount because you'll automate non-value-added activities, and you're going to reduce duplication of effort because your systems will all work together. And CPQ will differentiate your brand because you're providing fast, easy-to-use tools that make it easier to do business with you. You're offering a superior buying experience, and that results in increased customer loyalty. You're shortening the quote-to-delivery lead times to turn around products faster and have more product options available to support your efforts and meet the increasing demand of your customers. Excuse me. CPQ drives real value and delivers real results for our customers. Groman Group has increased sales by speeding new product introductions. Great Plains has decreased costs by eliminating the need to hire more customer service representatives to keep up with the increase in sales volume. And Wausau has differentiated their brand by providing improved professional buying experience. So why should you buy Infor CPQ? I'll highlight 5 reasons. A, it's the best product on the market, period. B, one solution for all your needs. C, it works with your systems. D, we have the experience that you can count on. And E, we're focused on customer go-lives. So let's talk a little bit more about each one of these. As I said, we have the best product on the market. It's fast, easy, complete, modern, and provides a great user experience. It's fast because it facilitates rapid configurations, modifications, and changes. It's complete because it models all your product knowledge, and it's a great user experience because all the information you need is in one place. CPQ provides one solution that meets all your organization's needs, whether it's in engineering, marketing, sales, or manufacturing. For engineering, you get 2D and 3D design automation based on standard templates, and it can help you automate your special request handling. For marketing, you get a consistent product presentation delivered through multiple sales channels. For sales, you get fast, easy quotes with personalized proposals, and manufacturing will get accurate bills of materials, routing, and shop orders they need. Excuse me, I just have to take a sip of drink. That's much better. CPQ is designed to work for you and with your systems, whether it's ERP, CRM, or CAD. We also have an extensive list of ERP integrations over and above Infor ERP systems, including Microsoft AX and Epicor. The combination of ESS and Infor drives the right mix of expertise you can count on. There are some companies who have software and technology expertise, but lack a deep understanding of your industry. And there are other companies who have the software and industry experience, but lack knowledge of today's technologies. As a team, we deliver all 3. We understand the discrete manufacturing industry, how software can be used to enhance your business, and how to apply today's technologies to build it. Here are a couple customers who have gone live with this software just to lend some credibility to what we're doing here. So why do business with Infor? Well, they're the 3rd largest and fastest growing enterprise software company in the world. When you say the 3rd largest, everybody always asks who the top 2 are, and that's SAP and Oracle. So we're top 3 and really the only one of the top 3 that's priced and built for the mid-level market. They have invested over $2 billion in products in the last 3 years, and the product we just looked at reflects that. They have a global presence with 70,000 customers in 194 companies, and they have their micro-vertical industry expertise that you need to be successful. And their applications are built for the enterprise, the internet, and social business. Why should you do business with Essential Software as the software partner? Well, we have a 40-year history of providing manufacturing software implementation and customization services to companies across Canada. We have a team with credentials that include CGA and APIX accreditation, instructors, manufacturing and distribution product experts, and we've done over 80 successful implementations with a proven project management methodology to get you live as quickly as possible. And our services are certified by Infor, which means we're all properly trained in the software that we implement. But don't just take my word for it. Come meet our people, see another demonstration, and talk to some of our customers. One of our sales executives will be reaching out to you in the next 48 hours to get your feedback on what you saw here today and also discuss the next steps in your CPQ evaluation. That's the end of my presentation today. I hope I was able to show you a glimpse of how this solution would help your business increase sales, reduce costs, and differentiate your brand from the competition. Again, one of our sales reps will be calling you based on the registration you provided when you signed up within 48 hours, and from there we'll assess what the next steps are. At this point, I'm going to open it up for questioning. I don't currently see any questions in the comments, but I will pause and ask, are there any questions from the audience today? Okay, it doesn't sound like there are any questions. With that, I want to thank you for your time. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.